Is there trouble in paradise for the Pixel phones and Android 16? Maybe, maybe not. So I saw an article last night and I want to have some conversation about this because it seems people are having issues with the Android 16 official update since it got pushed out about a week ago. So if you've been living under a rock, Android 16 got released for Pixel phones. So if you got a Pixel 6, Pixel 7, Pixel 8, Pixel 9 series phone, the Pixel Folds, you can get Android 16 on your phone if you don't already have it. And honestly, I'm a little surprised to be hearing that there are significant enough issues. It was a 9 to 5 Google article, or Droid Life something. It says that Pixel owners say Android 16 update forcing them to give up. And that seems pretty serious. I mean, if you like your Pixel phone, and if your Pixel phone's been working fine, and then you get an operating system update, and then magically it's so bad in a few days that you're giving up on the platform, that would seem pretty egregious. I would be concerned. So that's why I'm making this video, because I want to find out from my audience, because y'all are probably just about the biggest YouTube Pixel audience out there, because I make a lot of dedicated Pixel content. Y'all are great dedicated Pixel fans. So here's what people are saying they're experiencing. And this is based off of a Reddit article, so we'll have to take this with a grain of salt. But the issues mention odd brightness adjustments, overheating, unresponsive when tapping to wake, lock screen lag, proximity sensor issues, and random slowdowns. Now, this is on the new Android 16 update, and this could be anything from a Pixel 6 to a Pixel 9 Pro XL Pixel Fold. So, I haven't been experiencing these problems, and I've actually been really happy with Android 16 on my phone. I'm not trying to discredit anybody, I'm just sharing my experience. It's been very smooth, it's been very fluid. Heck, it's refreshing. It's a really refreshing experience because I've been using the iOS 26 beta on my iPhone 16 Pro Max for the last week, and it's horrendous. Like, it has a lot of problems. Granted, asterisk next to that, it is beta. It is a developer beta. It just came out, so I fully expect this. I have a long history of dealing with beta stuff. I've been working with computers for like 30 years. I built my first computer when I was 11. I've been using operating systems all ever since DOS when I was in diapers when I was a kid. So I have a lot of experience with software. Beta software is designed to be put out there so it can be tested. So that way you can find the bugs. So that way companies can start optimizing and making their apps available to work with the new update and to test things. So it's understandable with the beta that you would have issues. That's why I don't complain about the betas too much. However, when it comes to an official launch, it's supposed to be good. And Android 16 reached platform stability a long time ago. So they officially launched it, and it seems some people are having issues. And these would be kind of frustrating. I mean, if your brightness is just going wonky all of a sudden, if you're having overheating, if your screen becomes unresponsive. I've been pissed off about my iPhone 16 for the last year because my screen will just become unresponsive when I'm using certain apps. And it's like you tap on it, it doesn't do anything. So I could see the frustration there. Lock screen lag, I mean, nobody wants that. Proximity sensor issues, I mean, that could be annoying. Random slowdowns, but some of this stuff is hard to pinpoint. But I wanted to put this one out to the community. I wanted to put this one out to you, dedicated Google Pixel guys and gals. Have you been experiencing any of these problems or any other problems? Because Android has been pretty smooth for the last couple of years. I mean, this is not like the dark ages when Android was Android 11, Android 12. Anyway, whenever the Pixel 6 came out, we had some serious problems like Wi-Fi shutting off, the modem not working, not being able to make phone calls, not being able to get messages, overheating, terrible battery life. There's a lot of problems. It was some nice phones and nice updates, but there were some problems even once we got in the Pixel 7. So I've been really happy with Android lately because Android 15 was been very, very good. Like, I haven't really had any problems with Android 15, and then Android 16, I mean, it looks just like Android 15. It's just slightly different with some of the updates and some of the new features and things like that. But it's one of those things where this is not something obviously impacting everyone. I mean, if this was impacting everyone, we would be hearing and seeing about this all over the place. And I just saw one or two articles, and it looks like one of them's kind of a clone article because they saw somebody else write about it. So having the wonderful community of folks that I do, you guys watching the video, I wanted to get some feedback, right? So let me know if you're having any of these issues, right? Let me know if your phone's having problems since the update. And honestly, if you've been having problems before that, I'd love to hear about it too, because as much as an operating system update or a system patch can fix something, it can, or break something, it can also fix something. So there were people that did report having heating issues and other things like that. Like, no, nothing is perfect. And everybody uses their phone differently. Everybody has different things going on with their phone, different apps, different things set up on their phone and things like that. So just by very nature, when it comes to, essentially, these are computers. Yes, it's a computer. It's a cell phone, but it's a computer, right? So anytime you have something that's hardware and it's driven by software, there can be issues. Something can get messed up along the way. You could somehow mess things up. So it's one of those things where I'm curious and I want to find out and I want to see how widespread this is. Just like I do when I put out the update videos. I like to know, what carrier you're on, what phone you're using. That information would be helpful so I can kind of dial this in and see if there's any real merit to this. So if you could please, in the comments, kindly sound off. And if yours is working, I'd love to hear that too, right? So what phone you have, so Pixel 6, Pixel 7, Pixel 8, Pixel 9, Pixel 9 Pro, whatever. What carrier you're on and whether your phone is unlocked or not. And that can be important too, because like my phone, I buy it directly from Google. It's an unlocked phone, and then you can put whatever SIM card in it. So it's not a carrier locked phone. It's not like, oh, I bought one from T-Mobile and you can only use it with T-Mobile, right? So I'd love to hear that information, and I'd love to try and get to the bottom of this and see if there's any significant merit to the situation, because I feel like it's been pretty good. I've had a really smooth experience, and more good things are coming. Because there have been people complaining that it hasn't been much of an update. Well, most of the stuff you're seeing, a couple new features added, but it's just a very simplistic update at face value. But when Material 3 Expressive gets here, some of the other things get here in just a couple of months. And I think they're saving that also for the Pixel 10. Because if the Pixel 10 launched with this version of Android 16, and there were no new shiny bells and whistles and all the cool beta stuff that's been talked about for a while, people would be like, oh, the Pixel 10 is just another Pixel 9. There's no upgrade here. Why am I buying this? You people are shills. Why are you talking about this phone? It's the same phone as last year. All those things that I get in the comments that I'm going to hear anyway. But I think that's one of the reasons why they pushed it back. Not only to try and make the software more efficient, and this is one of the reasons why I said I think that they launched kind of a bare bones update with just some features, because one, Google does quarterly feature drops. So June, September, December, and March, they put out March. They put out their quarterly feature drop, and then on top of that, we get the monthly updates. Plus, we get fixes whenever they're available. And it's one of those things where I thought, okay, if they do this bare bones version, it'll have less issues, right? Because they're not pushing out everything all at once. There's not all these extra features. There's not all this extra overlay, all these new UI changes, anything like that. So I thought, okay, well, this will be good. This will be a great way to go ahead and launch the platform out there, get it updated for Pixel folks, get some new features out there, and then we can wait a few months. We'll get QPR Beta 1 or QPR 1 update, not the beta, in September, and then we'll get to see some of the cool changes plus the new phone. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I just want to get your feedback and your thoughts. Go to the comments section, and I'll do my best to get back there. But if you have any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, complaints, of course, I always love to hear those. And, well, unless you're complaining about me. But I get that a lot anyway, especially my hairline. But that's a complaint of mine, too. Anyway, so that's all I got. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.